What is that? How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good day. Got a few cuts to do today. This is a makeup live from yesterday. Yeah, I had dinner last night. Wild beast feast. Rather good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see what we got to do today. I have some Chiba, which is a Variscite. I have some Angel Wing, which is a Variscite. I have a couple of pieces of the Egyptian Turquoise and a piece of Chilean Turquoise. And I think we're just going to stick with those four. And yeah, for some reason today the sun's in my eyes, but we will work that out. That's that pyrite stuff. Hi there. Hey Chrissy, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a great week. This is not my usual day to go on. But hey Claude. Yeah, pretty much actually. But it'll go down in a minute. It'll go behind my little office wall that I have here. Alright, before I get all mixed up here, that's not one of them. So 1, 2, 3 bags. This is the Chilean and the Egyptian. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. The other half just went out with, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Like after Freckle Cat's fall, she's finally getting a bit better. She still has bruises. So she must have hit really, really hard. But she's not getting the headaches anymore. She's starting to see a little bit better without having to look into the lights or have really dark sunglasses on. And Toby's growing and he's doing really well. Hey Jed, how you doing today? So yeah, doing the makeup. I went out to, yeah, I think I can show you. See if I can find it. I went out, my father-in-law bought me tickets. It's actually for a charity, the Rotary. And they donate most of the proceeds to different local charities. And my father-in-law and one of his friends that I go to basketball with purchased the ticket for me. This is the second year I've gone. And don't get squeamish, but so yeah, that was the t-shirt. So they spent quite a bit of money just for the tickets, and you get a t-shirt. So that was the t-shirt this year. It was actually pretty cool. And then, yep, I even ate frog's legs, brisket. There was some boar ribs, what we call prairie hen, and some other goodies in there. Buffalo sliders. Anyway, I ate way too much. In fact, I ate so much I couldn't go to sleep last night. All right, if anybody's squeamish, look away. And yeah, they did a full hog on it too. So they had the TV station out and everything. It was fun. It wasn't too late, and we were out in the country, and it was just really nice. So that's why I'm doing the makeup today. And we have, this is a piece of Chilean we're gonna do. Yeah, it was pretty good, Claude. I eat, I mean, I fish a lot. I'm not really a hunter. My friends do go out quite a bit, so anytime I go over there, I can get whatever I want, pretty much. Venison, turkey, duck. Yeah. So this is Angel Wing. And you can see the price. So you have the little green Variscite dots. I don't know how much of this matrix is going to disappear. And then I guess that's like a hematite almost on the outside. What's going on out there? Sounds like a squirrel up to something. So we got that one, and this was the Egyptian, which we're going to do last. I only got 2 pieces of it. This stuff went really quick from the sale, and I'm going to do this last because I don't know how much. I don't know. Chilean is Chilean, as in Chile, down in South America. So Chilean. It's just the accent. And the other piece we're going to do is some Chiba. So the Chiba is actually close to that angel wing, but it was a separate mine that somebody started digging out, and it turned out some really nice stuff. I think we're going to do this small one just to... Hey, Slot and Scratch. I wish we could do some sniff and scratch on this, or scratch and sniff on this, because it has some different smells to this. This is natural. These, I believe, the Egyptian, I believe, is stabilized. This is definitely stabilized. These may be natural. I won't know until I put them on the... Well, yeah, I mean, it's like an added part of doing lapidary is the smells. You don't think of it. We think of it all being visual. But the smells of these different stones on this wheel when you start grinding are quite different. And I'm not sort of a sommelier of rock epoxies yet, but I'm getting there. So I don't know which one to start with. I'm going to start with a very light green or a blue. We're going to have 2 greens and 2 blues today. And we'll see how the time's doing. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming in, and appreciate you commenting. Thumbs up, extremely welcome. Subscribers, I think, who knows, maybe in the first 10 minutes already we have hit 1750, which would be really nice. It was kind of the next aim, the next goal for the next reward. So if we've hit that, I think Sunday, I will go live on Sunday, and we will do another subscriber reward. I think I have those chains with little bits of Sleeping Beauty on. So it's not the highest quality, but old school, old stock Sleeping Beauty. So I think we're going to start. What do we color? It is almost, which we are going to put, what do I do with it? Put the apron on today so I don't get soaking wet. That'll work. And I do need to put a mask on, so thanks for the heads up there, Jed. And then depending on how dark the Egyptian cuts, yeah, we'll do a little quick test with the Egyptian just to see what color we're going to get out of it. Yeah, we'll do that one. So we'll do a quick touch with this one and see if it's got pyrite in it, and it's going to be really dirty. I thought about it. It's actually, it was one of my Christmas presents from Freckle Cat. Let's see if, I don't know if I got a photo in this one. Let's go back. Boop, boop. No, not that one. Not that one. Uh-oh. So Toby has been... There's Toby, if you didn't know Toby. That's who you can hear right now. But he hears the neighbor over there. Yeah, I thought we had it. Thought I had the apron in here. But yeah, he's been playing with a 4-year-old boy next door, and they just run around in circles. But the good thing part of it is that, oh, there we go. Here we go. That's the apron I got on. It says RocksAlot. Start slowly, do the wiggle waggle, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of yourself. And then cheers. So yeah, that was a Handmade Christmas present from Freckle Cat. Pretty cool. Yeah, Chrissy, he's pretty neat. I think they're off to the supermarket. All right, let's get going. Because otherwise I'll just keep chatting. Let's move over here. There we go. A little extra light. There we go. Let's do chat filter for everybody. Yeah, exactly. He's been twice this week, and then the young man who chases him seats him out when we take him out, and he has to go ask his dad if he can come over. It's like having friends next door. All right, we're going to do a quick test on this, and then we're going to get into the Chilean one. I'll soak up the bone already. It's got some really nice color to it. Let's see how dirty that's going to be. If it gets really dirty, I'm going to, so yeah. You can kind of see right there. So I'm going to leave this one till the end. And then just, wow, look at that color. That is pretty. Almost want to cut it, but that's pretty. There's some nice dark black in there as well. So we'll get to that one in a bit. Let's do the Chilean one. Should be a nice blue too. A little bit paler or a little bit lighter than like robin's egg color. I heard you, Jed, I just forgot to do it. Alright, here we go. Got enough water. We need more water. Yeah, we'll see how today's live goes. Maybe I'll do a few Fridays. I really like doing it on Thursday when I get home from work. It's Egyptian. Yeah, it is Egyptian. It's not Persian. I do have Persian. Persian tends to have a lot more pyrite in it. That's why I wanted to do that test. So the pyrite just turns the water black. It turns everything black. This one, look at that color, very pretty. I'm just going to go around the whole edge. And then tomorrow I'm going to a small, I don't know if it's small, I don't know how big it is, but it's a German mineral show in the north here. So it's sort of on the border of 3 states, so I'm hoping for a good show out. I don't know how many of my own stones I'm going to take up myself. Yeah, it's pretty nice though. It's almost flat. Anyway, we're going to have... I might have to fill that in. I'm going to clean it up some, but... That's the back. And I may fill it in, but it's pretty. I don't know. That's the back. You see how it's concave? It makes it difficult to set, so I don't know if I need to fill that in with some JB Weld or not. So I could cut it right there and make it all flat. I could leave it where we left put a hole through the top. Just put a bail through the top. Let's take off this top and then decide from there. I know Dave's having another sale tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Maybe it's tonight. I forgot. Anyway, look up Dave's channel. He's having a sale with Tim. I don't know if it was today or tomorrow or Sunday. Sometime in the next 72 hours. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, because I like the color that's on the back as well. You guys are right. And I don't mind stones with, you know, like wearing stones with undulations in them, as long as they're clean. I gotta clean that out there. Clean up this edge. I have to tell you, like, doing this stuff online, like, talking about things on YouTube, like, as we're going along, I don't know where the vocabulary comes out. Like, I haven't said undulations in a long time. So, it's funny what it brings out in my vocabulary that I haven't used in years. Hey, normally it is about, I don't know, maybe 80% water right there. You're right. Move on to this next reel. Yeah, inclusions is one of them, but I was thinking about undulations as in the wavy. So if I wanted, and I'll think about it later, there's actually a really nice oval in here. It would waste a lot, but it's a really pretty oval if I ever wanted to take it out. Yeah, but I was never good at least the grammar part. That's why I have Freckle Cat. He's like my AI editor. Yeah, I got to listen to her teaching class today. They were doing Friday Zoom class instead of at the school. So, really interesting to see how she teaches. Hey, Alfred. How about that? I'm like ready to cut that out right there, too. Alright. I'll keep it the way it is for right now. I'll just smooth out the surface as best as I can. I'm going to try and give it like a light girdle to it. so that it keeps my options open later on. And maybe it gives the option to whoever I sell this piece onto. So I'm sort of putting in a girdle anyway, so they could be set if somebody were to fill in that back, but we're not going to do that today. Going to bring that in. So I'm just going to clean up the back a little bit more. So it'll be a rustic look with some of the blues showing through the back. Cleaning it up. Alright. Nice. Yeah, hit that like button. Hi everybody, welcome in. New Belize, welcome in. Hoss, how you doing? Akira, I think I said hi already. Jan Maria, or Marie Gula, welcome. Hope you guys are all doing well. Just cutting a piece of Chilean turquoise. Really beautiful color. Left a little bit of the matrix in. That's actually only got a couple of little crevices in it. It's pretty smooth. Let's move on. You too, Claude. I'm still waiting on a bit of news. I don't know if we've kind of talked about it, but I don't know. We might take a trip. We'll see what happens. We've got some family business stuff going on, and yeah. Hey Trinity, how you doing today? Or double Trinity, I should say. Or should we be triple Trinity? Welcome in. I can only imagine that we hit the 1750 subscribers at this point. I'm not sure. But I will be doing a reward. Thank you for the smileys. We'll be doing a reward on Sunday. It will be the first one for sure. Will only be the subscribers only. And the only way I can verify you're a subscriber is if you have your subscription public. But we'll see. And usually it's pretty random. So yeah, pop in on Sunday. Probably going to be 2 o'clock, depending on the weather. And I've kind of got something chosen out, and depending on what I find at the rock show tomorrow, maybe we'll have something else as well. Sounds great. Thank you, Claude. I will put the word out for sure. So if you guys don't know in the chat, that's Claude, and he got a lot of opal. I just, pretty much anything you can think of opal, he has it. It is from a gentleman that used to own a store up in Tennessee. He now no longer resides there, but he still keeps his original store. I believe it's in Lightning Ridge, and it's called the Opal Cave. So this is just some of his old inventory. But Claude spent a lot of money to get, so he's been selling some of it off slowly. I don't know how I remember stuff, Claude. I really don't. I used to have the worst memory in the world, and for some reason, as I've got older, it's got better. Maybe my concussions are finally wearing off. Alright, I think we're pretty much done with this on these 3 wheels. I'm wondering if I bring that down a little bit more, whether that little bit of white will come out. I'm not sure. Let's see. Come on. Doesn't have to come out. Let's come out a little bit. It's pretty color. So that is basic form. So basic shape, basic cut on there, and then we'll go to the next 3 wheels, and maybe I think my ears might be getting bigger as I get older too. I don't know. Although no, because my family used to tease me because I used to listen to everybody. All right, let's do the angel wing. Let's see if we can get. I'm not sure how this matrix is going to do. I'm hoping it takes a bit of a polish. You can see the price I paid. I actually think I'm going to come down that side, because if I bring it in this way from this other side, I will lose all of that. But you see those, that's what I want to get. Correct. And I'm wondering if, we'll see if this disappears some. But this way, at least, excuse me, why have I been having problems with the lens lately? Giving you all a bit of a clean up. Oh, you're welcome. So because of that angle already in there, that's what we're going to use. So let's go back to that first wheel. And I don't know how. Wow, hi everybody. Welcome in. Working on some angel wing Variscite. We just polished off, well, not quite polished off. Nice piece of Chilean blue. We've got that robin egg color, really pretty. Thank you for getting me to 1,750 subscribers. And let's see. I don't know if this is natural or if it's been stabilized. I did not smell anything yet, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, this smells like soil right after it rains. So it's natural, but because it's natural, I have to be a lot more careful of it fracturing out. So can't be pushing too hard here. But yeah, this was absolutely where that scratch and sniff would come in. It just smells, it's, you know, or even like a tarmac that just got rained on. That's what this smells like. It's a nice smell, really. Let's roll that corner around. Gonna roll this corner. Nice and hard. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have said that. So far it's holding together, let's put it that way. So got a little bit of breaks down the bottom here. Wow. Hi everybody. I think that's the most people we've ever had in. Working on a piece of angel wing Variscite. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful week. If you are new to the channel, I go live on Thursdays, really. This is just a makeup from yesterday. Yeah, I go live on Thursdays at 6 and Sundays at 2. Come join us. Hit that subscribe button and yeah, come join us. appreciate you being here today, even if it's like for 10 seconds. Really do. I'm just putting like a little 45 on this. It is, you're right, Lazy. I went out to... If I say it was a charity dinner, it sounds really elite. It wasn't. It was like a feast of the beasts, or wild beast feast. And it was just there was a dinner. It's not even a dinner. It was out in the woods, and it was all kinds of game that they cooked up. And it goes to some of the local charities. Some of it's for like abused girls, some of it's for abused women, some of it's Catholic charities and for such. So I was invited to go, and it was really fun, and that's why we're doing the makeup today. I try to go on live twice a week, and this is turning out pretty nice. I've got down to those florets that we saw from the side here. I'm going to try and get into that one a little bit. The matrix is starting to get thinner here, which is really nice. I don't think that matrix up there is going to disappear. You can kind of see it go through here. But it's okay. And yeah, we just hit 1750 subscribers tonight. So thank you so much. Ah, Miss Pickle Cat, hi. We're headed up to a rock show tomorrow, which should be fun. Pretty soft right there. Okay. It's pretty soft, that matrix right there. You see this little patch right here? A little bit gritty. There's a little bit of a... I don't have to take that whole corner off. I know that sounds a little crazy. Let's bring it in some more. There's something you have to be careful about, especially not just phosphates, anything that could have a natural fracture in it. When it's been sitting around in a bucket for a year or two, out in the hot New Mexico or Arizona sun, it can seem pretty firm when it's dry, and then once it gets wet for a little bit of a period, or it soaks for a while, it can get a lot more fracture-like really, and it can start breaking away. Just like a piece of dried mud. So I just got to be careful of that. Really pretty. Let's move on to the next wheel. Hi everybody. I would imagine we're past 1750, I'm not sure. I thought we were. I can take a quick peek. Let's have a peek. That didn't work. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to the... So I'm trying to use my other phone here to see what number we're at. So there we go. And yeah, we're good. We are good. So we are past the 1750. Thank you so much. What an amazing feat. So I look back at where I was this time last year, and this time last year I was a little bit over 100 subscribers. And to be honest, I didn't expect to be here. I didn't even set a goal anything like getting close to 1,700 or 1,500 subscribers. So it's all been on you guys, and I appreciate it so much. It makes me want to keep going forward, and that's what we're doing. So thank you. And we will have a little drawing on Sunday for the subscribers that I can see. Yeah. Awesome. We did a piece, Michael. We did a piece, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, and it came out really nice. The greens and reds in it were fabulous. And I think you can pretty much get bloodstone all around the country, most states, but I think particularly up in the northwest, and you can get some beautiful stone. And if it's a nice solid piece, it'll polish up fantastic. I know there's quite a few people that tumble bloodstone. Do you have a channel, Michael? This is a Variscite. It's an angel wing Variscite. Really pretty stuff. This is a little soft. This matrix is a little soft. This actually is holding its form. So you can see here with the light, that's a little gritty. It's almost like a weak folder for matrix, ironstone matrix. So I'm gonna have to be careful with that. I'm almost wanting to take off that whole corner because of that. That's a chunk I'd have to take off though. And then do you take that off too? Not bad, that's pretty nice stuff. And the other issue with having sort of that gritty matrix right there is when I go to polish it with the Zam, it's probably going to get caught up in there. Oops, somebody went to review. And then the next Variscite, so I have another Variscite, and I think we're going to do it next. Alright, I'm going to wait. I'm pretty happy with that. So I've still got 3 wheels to go on it, so I'm pretty happy. And we're going to go to the next Variscite. Oops. So that's 2. Nice stuff. Alright, that's 2. Now this stuff, let's have a look here. So this is Chiba, or what was given the name Chiba. It comes from the same area. What is this? It comes from the same area as that angel wing. So very slight green. And look at those little little bits of that's true. I don't get too worried about them. I mean, honestly, like, if they want to take time to troll me, I'm okay with it. I really don't care. If they need to spend their time trying to, I mean, it's hard. I've seen a lot of people have to worry about it on reseller channels and stuff. So I think this is the side I'm going to try and keep. So I thought that was a magnesite or something, but it's actually a chert. So that looks to me very similar to the chert, the black chert that we did with the Buffalo Turquoise, although Buffalo Turquoise isn't a turquoise. So, Anita, how are you? So we're going to bring around this edge all the way around. Bring in the back a little just to clean it up. And then we'll figure out what kind of shape we're going to do. See how hard this is too. So this is what I'm trying to keep. This is not too hard, not too soft. I'm pretty sure it's natural. I don't smell any epoxies on it. And this piece seems to be fractured quite a lot, so let's see if it holds together or not. Going really slow. See how that's all fractured in there? We're going to go right over the top of that. Let's see if it holds together. I've got a couple of little bits that chipped out, but that's not surprising. I can feel it chipped out right there. See where it popped out? So I got to keep bringing it in some more. Let's bring this back in some. Bringing the back in a little bit, hopefully to firm it up a little as well. Which would sound silly, like how does it firm up if you bring the back in? And so I've got these little crevices right there, sort of inclusions, and as I bring it down, I'm getting rid of this inclusiony part, which hopefully won't break out. We're having problems with the, I'm going to go around this edge right here. Sorry about this. Let's do that. See if that helps. There we go. So I'm actually going to go around this edge so it doesn't chip out anymore. Pretty good. Still got that one to bring in. Let's move wheels. Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. Hey Pierce. It's not too, so that was on the 80 grit Haas. The material itself is not very soft. I would put it at a 5, maybe just over a 5. The chert is, although hard, is a little more fractury. Got more inclusions to it, and so kind of chippy. This actually came from a sale, I'm going to say from Tim, so Dave and Tim, same people that are putting the sale on this weekend, and I can only tell because Brandy must be fabulous, because she puts the names of everything on the bag. And so I'm guessing, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing that's Brandy that did that. And Haas, this is just the first piece, so this was like the smaller practice piece. And I'm going to bring this edge down all the way around, hopefully. About a 45. I am not trying for any particular shape on this one. I think I was being invited to a basketball game on Sunday. We'll see. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. Really appreciate those thumbs up. Even if you're just here for a little while, thank you. So maybe what I'll do... Alright, so Sunday, I'm either coming on at 2 or 6. I will put up a post of which time I'm going to come on. I'll know when we get off of the live today. That was my father-in-law calling, and probably wants to see if I want to go to a game on Sunday. Which is very nice of him. Alright. And that would be a ladies basketball game is what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm going to roll it from the middle to the edge. So I just did an edge on there, not too much. That looks great. I like the framing on this one, and I'm going to bring this in just a little bit more, and I love the little bits of chert right there in the middle. And the only way I really know that it's chert and not like a magnesite is the color of the gunge that's coming off. Well, it almost looks Picasso-esque. Bring that in a bit. It does, so it is two different hardnesses, but it's also two different structures. So the Variscite's like a turquoise. It's almost waxy, you know, like the phosphates are almost waxy. And they tend to hold together even though they're softer. Whereas the chert it's harder, but it's more brittle. And because of that, of it being brittle, it'll chip out. And you see that little line, even though it's healed with Variscite going through the middle of it, it could chip out there really easily. And that's why I'm keeping an eye on that, because even on here, it could chip out right there. So, and plus it's the same with agates. you know, like some agates, the water lines, the different lines of quartz in it, different bits of chalcedony in it, maybe some calcite in it, and all those varying minerals have a different hardness to them, so you can end up undercutting and stuff like that really easy. I'm trying to think what would be best to cut this if I was going to cut it by hand. If I was going to cut this by hand, I would probably use sandpaper, just to get the initial shape going. No, you're right. It's okay. Hey, dog man, how you doing? Hey, Betty, how are you? I'm still jealous of your saw, Betty. I was watching your video today. I think it was the Thunder Egg one. You guys don't know Betty Rock? No, the other way. Betty Rock Betty. I'm gonna start another channel, Rock Betty Rock. No. Betty Rock Betty is really fun. A rock pounder, a crafting enthusiast of all different kinds. And really fun to watch. So you head over to her channel, give that little subscribe up there so you can see some of the stuff she's doing. And being that we're almost in springtime, I imagine the walks are going to get longer and multiplied as the weather turns nicer. Wow. I'm wondering if, well, I kind of like it. It's a little odd shape, and I could take that corner off right there, but I kind of like it there. Like I said, it gives it like this Picasso-esque sort of look to it. Hey, Brianna. Elijah, welcome in. Tapita, welcome. Yeah, it's neat stuff, and it has like this, it's so light, but it's almost translucent. So, you see that little vein, those separation veins in there? It's almost translucent. And then bam. So, let's round it off on this one over here. Then we're going to do the Egyptian piece, and then we'll do these on the next 3 wheels. So now I'm just going over the work that I've already done. And this one, because it's a soft wheel, this is a 280 Nova right here. It will take up some of the little facets. So it's much easier to round with this one. A bit of the wiggle waggle there. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't normally come on live on a Friday. I gave myself an extra long weekend this weekend, so I'm going to I took off Monday. And then I went out to dinner with my father-in-law and some of the local establishments that support the local charities around here. And we had a wonderful sort of wild game dinner out in the woods. And there were a lot of us. What a little droopy pocket, or is it just a hole? What's going on there? It's almost got like a glint to it. Hi there, P. I would pronounce your name if I could read it, and I can't. I apologize. But thank you so much for saying hi. Anyway, so yeah, I gave up my Thursday night live to go out to dinner, and I ate so much I couldn't get to sleep. I haven't done that in a long time. And tried a few things I don't normally put on my menu, like frog's legs and gator tail. Nope. Just a little pocket. Starting to pop out right there. It's just going to get bigger if I play with it. Or if I'll get through it. Let's see what we can do. If you enjoy what you're seeing and you'd like to see more, come back on a Sunday and a Thursday, or hit that subscribe and the notification bell, and you will be notified in about 2 minutes of me coming on. I really appreciate you being here today. Hey, I'm Matt. Welcome in. John, how you doing? If I need to leave that pocket there, I will. Let me see if we can get through it. I have a feeling, well, no. I have a feeling it actually tucks underneath this piece of chert right there. And so the more I dig at that, the bigger it'll get. So it's okay. Let's see. Ooh, that was not the smartest thing to do. Putting a lot of pressure on it. Hoping to get lucky. Let's see if we get lucky. That's not bad, but it's going to stay. Yeah. It's going to end up changing the shape, so I don't want to change the shape. I like the pattern that's on the front. So. Alright, I think we're good with that, and then we'll go on to the next 3 with that. That's 1, 2, 3. Let's get a quick picture of this one. There you go. Pretty good so far. Hi everybody. Mr. Estrada, welcome in. I have a friend down in Colombia right now. She's teaching down there. So welcome in. Would love to make the trip. Miss Freckle Cat has been there before. I have not. Really nice pieces. And we're going to do the Egyptian next. So let's do that next. This is a solid little piece. Wow, thank you so much for all the thumbs ups too. And we're doing this one last because it's got much darker matrix. I didn't know if it was like a hematite or any pyrite in there. It is Egyptian, and oh, there we go. Let's see what we got. There we go. Pretty sure I know the shape I want. Well, I don't know the shape. Gonna flatten both sides and then decide which way it is. What's the best way to attack this stone? Alright, that's one side. Bring down this other side. I have a lot of high hopes for this material, but you just never know. Alright, you ready for a quick look? Let's do a quick look. That looks fantastic. Not really. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sorry, I got a glimpse. I didn't know it was going to happen. Look at that. Wow. Ready for the other side? Wow. That is fabulous. I haven't even done anything to it yet. Alright, so how do I maximize the face? This stuff's gorgeous. How do I do this? Alright, let me think for a second. Hi everybody, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Molly, welcome. So, the way I have to attack it, I have to put a girdle on it. The girdle is an angle. That edge is already pre-angled, so that's pretty good. That one is angled a little bit the other way, but there's enough there, it's almost straight that I can bring it, maybe. Then it rolls that way, so that's 1 for 1. This one's pretty beat up, so it can go either way. And this one goes that way, so oof. I think I have to bring, not easy. What do we do? Yes, the bevel. Well, it's the bevel, but it's also, so it's where you put your bezel with your bevel, but it's also your girdle. So, let me just stop bringing in this edge. I'm going to start it straight, almost. I'm not going for any particular shape. I just want to maximize my face. So that might be able to roll right there. I might be able to bring that in a little bit more and then roll that. And I think that has to be fast. Not easy. I got 2. It's pretty much even. Wow, let's see. I'll bring that in. I can reorient that by bringing that in and down. Wowza. Look at that. I could. It's pretty thin. It's very thin. No, I mean it would be thin if I cut it in two. Right now, the thinnest right there is probably 6 millimeters. So to put a cut through the middle, take the kerf out of it, now I'm looking at like 2.5 millimeters thick each. Yeah, not easy. Let me see. I see something. Sorry. Pressing too hard. So that's me pressing too hard. Sorry, I'm on the wheel with a camera like that. I didn't know I was going back. I'm going to put a 45 on it. I'm hopefully going to bring this out on this corner, bring it down all the way around. And some water. All right. I'm going to bring it down on each side, hopefully at about a 45. I'm going to stop pressing so hard. I'm pressing way too hard. Way too easy. The one I have to get out, that little bug, or the glog or bug or... Did we get it? Sweet. Bam, so that came out. That's smooth right there now. I didn't talk much about the shape, I just kind of did it. get this one out as well on this other side. And even if I cut this, all of these little bugs would have had to come out. So, I don't know, we'll see. Let's see if I did it right. Roll this one side right here. I'm not rolling it, I'm actually cutting it straight to a 45 and bringing it down to about a 4mm edge. You can see where it's spitting out. That's what I have to get out, that little bit. So if you see that spit disappear, then I'll know that I've gone through it right there. And now I just went through it without having to take the sides in. And now we're going to move over, I think, to the stop wheel. Line me up a little. And bring that in a little bit there. So when you're doing a cushion cut, you can go from side to side to side and make the whole stone disappear really quick. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That's the back, and that's the front. And some of this is going to come down as I move over to this next reel. Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. Argentina, welcome. We have a lot of South America today, that's fantastic. If you have any questions, ask Freckle Cat. She'll be able to answer you. Alright, I need to get a better look at this. So let me adjust myself. There we go. Put my light in. And here we go. Right. So I kind of use the ends of my fingers, which I probably shouldn't use, but I use the ends of my fingers to line up and get it pretty much straight. Right. And now we're going to go over where that 45 was and bring it into the middle. Just like that. Turn it, do the same thing. Bring it into the middle. This is going to start taking a little bit more of the matrix away and bringing some more of that blue to the face. Alright, one more. So this reminds me very much of the Bosco. Look at that. So that's nice and smooth. Really pretty. Yeah. We got 1,770 subscribers right now, which is absolutely fabulous. Thank you all so much. And like I said, I'll come on Sunday. It's either going to be 2 o'clock or 6 o'clock, depending on whether I go to the ladies' basketball game or not. Right, I need to do this sharp edge. Oops. I need to do this sharp edge just on this bottom right there. Just take it in a little bit and straighten the back right there so that we're even all the way across. This is a really, really pretty stone. Alright, let's do that. Just that little edge right there. I'm just going to go zoop. that, and doop, like that, and again, one more time, like that. I'm gonna roll that corner just a tiny bit because it's super sharp, like that, and like that. Last one, like that. Sorry, I keep getting caught with my apron. And yeah. Pretty neat. And I get to finish up. So I'll probably get the calibrator out on this one. I don't know. Looks pretty good to me. Just roll in the top in the middle. Like that. And then we're going to do just the top here. And do a little bit of the wiggle waggle. And turn it and do the same. Right, now I've got to make sure that my girdle height is the same all the way around. Looking pretty good, I have to say. Looking pretty good. Whoop, on this one. Wow. What do you think of that? That's amazing. I think I did a half decent job on that one. What do you think? That's fantastic. Look at that. I am super happy with that. Beautiful stone. Giant ring, beautiful pendant. Alright, I think we're going to move on to the next wheels. Look at them, all these. We're going to finish these up. Let me give that a second to break. As I move you over, and let's bring that over. So yes, Miss Frecklecat has taught children all over the world. And surprising to her, but not so much to me, these kids that are grown up now. Hi, Femme. Hey, Julie, how you doing? You guys don't know Femme Mécanique. She is up in, I believe, Quebec in Canada. She is a fabulous teacher, educator, jeweler, miner, and lapidarist. So I've seen her doing some silversmithing classes in her shop. It's a bit of a trip, but you never know. So, here we go. She had some beautiful limb casts that she just posted up if you want to go look at them. Beautiful colors in there, some blues and reds, and really nice. I don't know where in Canada they came from. Okay, this one's got a little bit of a facet, but so we left this one a little wobbly on purpose. May get wire wrapped, may get a hole right in the top there, but it's sort of that. And we just liked the back on this one, so we kept it. And this is the Chilean Turquoise. Wow, that's up there for sure. I'm cold just thinking about it. I'd probably be freezing in the summertime. Here we go. Let me get something to drink real quick. Hey, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate, it's a Friday night, and so to spend some time with me it's fantastic, and it's quite the compliment. Thank you. All right. A little bit of sustenance there. Hey Andy, how you doing? Welcome in. All right, let's go. We got 4 of these. 1, 2. I lost one. How did I lose one? Got to be in the water. There it is. All right, let's get this one done. We're gonna finish these 4, then we'll hit the Zam, and we will be done for the evening. So I've got lots of water going. I don't really need to wear my mask anymore. And if you liked anything that you've seen today, go ahead and subscribe, or even just hit that like button. But hit the subscribe with the notification bell, and you will be notified when I go live, which is mostly Thursdays and Sundays. If I don't make it on a Thursday or on a Sunday, I will make up that live either before or after the scheduled live. So I try to go live a couple of times a week, and we take the highlights from these lives and put them up as shorts during the week as well. So a couple of ways to look at it. I'm glad that you all come to watch me on these lives, so it's really appreciated. And yes, channel just keeps growing. This time last year I was just over 100 subscribers. So I don't know what you guys see, but you must see something. I just enjoy some of the format and stones that we get cut. So tomorrow, I might go live tomorrow. We'll see. I have a local-ish, I should say. It's going to be a bit of a drive in the morning, but Gem and Mineral Society festival show, rock festival, and so we're going to take a quick trip up there in the morning, a long trip in the morning, probably on the river. So even if I don't find anything, I will have my fishing rod in the car. But I don't know what to expect. I've never been to it. It did say that it not only had sort of vendors with jewelry and cabochons and such, but they also have rough and slab and equipment for sale. So it's going to be pretty interesting. And if not the least, at least I think I'll get some networking done, because these people come from all over the southeast of the United States. So it should be fun. Who knows, maybe there's a couple of subscribers that will be there as well. So just drawing it out from the middle right now to the edge. This one I don't have to be quite so precise about. I just want to get any facets off. It's pretty stone. And like I said earlier, if I wanted to, I could actually take out a really beautiful calibrated oval there if I want. But for right now, I've been told I'm not allowed to do that. Yeah, it's a little wonky, Sam. I just got that concave to it. And I did girdle it just in case I wanted to fill in the back. So I could fill in the back, and that girdle at the top would almost be straight. And there's a piece where you probably have a few extra critiques of my work. I don't know. Yeah, I'm cutting it so I have a few different options on this stone. Basically 3 options. One, I could back it and keep the girdle straight at the top. And when I mean straight, I mean horizontal. And then the second one would be I could actually cut this out here and here, sort of something like that, something like kind of like that. Get a really nice oval out of it if I wanted, and a couple of smaller ring stones. I could just leave it the way it is, just gives it sort of that natural aesthetic look. And I could put a hole through the top and just leather braid it or somebody could wire wrap it. So, lots of options. But for right now, I've maximized the face size. This is a 1200 grit that I'm working on right now. And then sometime this weekend, I don't know if it's tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday, Dave will be having, I really want to cut it. They will be having a sale with Tim and Brandy, I believe. So I have no idea what material they have on the sale, but they usually have some pretty good phosphates. Some really good phosphates and some really good varicites as well. So we will see. Thank you, Cardi. I appreciate that. Yeah, right now we're just leaving it a little natural on the back. Checking for facets, no facets. There's one tiny little natural bug right there and there. I'm not going to get out. I will minimize it there. It's almost done. Let's take it out. Pretty much done. Really nice. Over to the 3000. $3,000 doesn't take much off at all. And water in under there so it doesn't get too hot. I think I'm at my highest thumbs up ever. I'm not sure. I have to go back and check. But thank you. And if some of you are double thumbs upping. I don't think we've ever hit 200 before. Alright. Let's get into this quiet part of the machine. It's almost a type of meditation for myself. Normally we do this on a Thursday, which is my final day of work, and it really helps me get out of my work week. Pull it from the middle. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Still got some work to be done on it, and as much as I like it like this, I keep going back to wanting to take that oval. But I can decide that at another time. That's really nice. It's wet, so that's not the polish, but hopefully after the exam, that's what it's going to look like. So this one, let's go back to the angel wing. Now, I remember that this matrix was a little gritty. I'm hoping that'll deplete a little bit as we go through these last 3 wheels. Going around the girdle. Hit the back a little bit. This smells like the earth right here. They're absolutely unstabilized. It's a natural piece of angel wing variscite. It smells like it just rained on some really dry soil, or maybe like the tarmac kind of smell that you get when it first rains and it's been really, really hot out. A little bit gritty here. I don't know how this is going to jam out. I'm a little worried about it. Rolling over that edge. Gotta roll the front corner here. Barely touching the wheel on the front here. I can make that disappear really quick. That's pretty good. Pull it out one more time. When I say pulling, I'm sort of coming from the middle of the face of the stone and pulling it down to that rounded edge without taking off too much material. Just sort of blending it all together. Hey Angela, welcome in. Looking pretty good. Keep on going. We're actually going to finish these out today. Hopefully. So I'm going to continue to do the back. So if anybody else has this material, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Who was that? Is that sold? Allie, thank you so much. That's so kind. Everybody, please thumbs up, Allie. Aliona. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh. Almost lost all the stones. That's so kind. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, we're over here. Yeah, it might have to be without, friend. Aliona, you rock. Thank you so much. How do I get it to go down here? There you go. Thank you. I have a cousin up there, and I forget the name of the island. Brandis, or it's not Brandeis. It's like a brand name, but it's an island off of Seattle. And I think they only have like golf carts and bicycles. She was a professor at, I believe, Berkeley for a little while, or quite a long while, and so was her husband. But I am going to make it up that way one of these days. Calcosiderite? Net of Variscite, okay. Yeah, so it is a little gritty, fam, but it's not too bad, or at least this piece isn't too bad. This area on the back, it's very similar, like the feeling to it is very similar to like a gritty boulder opal that hasn't completely formed into a solid ironstone, and it's sort of a mix between. It's very thin, the grit, so it's not too bad, and the green that's starting to pop out is lovely. So yeah, my only problem with putting it on the ZAM would be that the ZAM would get caught up in that matrix. I really don't want that. I'd have to redo the whole face. So I may just leave this one the way it is. Look at the little dots up here, that's pretty. Aliona, thank you so much. Very kind. I actually think I'm getting... Hey, Star Winter, welcome in. Good evening to you. I enjoyed that concert you took us to last week. Star Winter's over in the UK, up in northern area of sort of the Pennines and Yorkshire, Lancashire area. Beautiful area of England. Hey, Hilly. Hillbilly, how you doing? I almost said Hilly-billy. And Star Winter has quite the sense of humor to her as well. So yeah, Leona, I have a cousin up there. And I have another, well, my aunt and uncle are up that way now too. We're more in the Northern California area. So my aunt and uncle are getting on a little bit, and I definitely need to make my way up there. So we have 2 trips I have to take, and they're in different directions. There's one trip I need to make over to England to see my family. And then I need to go out to the northwest to see my family. And both of them are not going to be the cheapest trips I've ever taken either. So. Thank you, Elevator. You too. Cynthia, welcome in. Really pretty piece. Alright, let's do the 3000. Little tip over there like that. And that might be the last on this one. So I do have an 8,000, 14,000, and 50,000 wheel. I just don't have it on here right now. Actually, I've never used them. And I work with a Diamond Pacific Genie, so I need to have a quick release bar that I could actually put all 3 on. And that's really what I need to do. Specifically for stones like this. So let's try this and then show you. So let's dry. And you see, look how crackly that is in there. It almost needs a sealant on it. And the top isn't that bad. It's still got some to it though. So all that area right there. So we'll see. I might work with some sort of resin, or I don't know. I might just leave it the way it is. What are we at? 177 thumbs up. That's incredible. Really incredible. Thank you all so much. That's amazing. If we could get what? 23 more, that would be 200. And I know I've never gone over 200 before. I'm pretty sure. I'm not even sure we've made over 150 too many times. So what a fantastic Friday. I urge everybody to go out and hang out with their family over the weekend, or friends. And if not, come join me on Sunday. I'll be here. spend a little bit of time with me on a Sunday. I wish I could bring you all with me tomorrow when we went to the rock show. That would be cool. Alright, I don't think I'm going to push this one much more. Pulling it out, pouring it out in the middle. I'm just going to leave it like that. So this one, I'm going to take a picture of it right here. Okay. And we got 2 more to go. The other one is another beautiful variscite. So these pretty much come from the same area, but look at that one. This is what they're calling it, Chiba. It's a variscite, but it's very similar to, in looks. In looks, it's very similar to a white buffalo, so it's got the little bits of green. It's, you know, little shades of green in it. But this is a black chert and variscite mix. And then we got that little, yeah, it's cool stuff. My little Picasso look here. And actually, even though we got the 2 little crevices in here, the little dots, it almost looks like your mouth is wide open with a chunk of something in there. First time cutting this material. I had 2 other pieces. So this was the test piece, and we'll see how these come out in some future lives that we do. This one's going to be really nice. Got a really light veins going through it. It's almost translucent. Same over here, little veins going through. Really nice stuff. And pretty hard. It's not stabilized. Let's go around everything we did on this one. This one we had to be careful of the 2 different hardnesses. So the variscite is more of sort of it's almost like a hard wax, like if the wax is hardened out, like super hard. And when you cut it on a saw, you can kind of see that with turquoise and with variscite. So it takes on a little bit of a waxy skin on it. I don't know if that makes sense. And then the chert is actually harder but more brittle. So it cuts in a different manner. And I've got to be careful that I don't undercut the variscite, or actually undercut the chert with the variscite going lower, being that it's a little bit softer. Wow, we're almost at 180 likes. So I do have some amber somewhere. I have here. I don't know if this is amber. I got it from a sale that all he dealt with was Dominican Republic amber and Larimar. So they both, the Dominican Republic produce almost a blue amber. And so when I worked that sale, I've never got this wet, actually. I found this chunk, and I don't know if it's amber or not. So, it almost looks like wood on the outside. But, the way it's been formed in here, and the way it feels like a resin. And I don't know how to cut this. And I could be completely wrong. I guess I could open up a window in here to see if it's actually resin on the inside. I don't know if that'll work. Let's see. I might have to do it another time. But yeah, I found it in his yard. This guy had 100 buckets of agates and thunder eggs and The whole house was full of stuff. The swimming pool had rocks on the bottom of it. So, yeah, I mean, it even feels like it's so smooth what I just did with a 600. I just don't know if in the inside it'll clear up like a true amber. So I don't know if it was like a wood replacement with resin. I've never got it wet before. So, anyway, just doing that smoothed that out so quickly that I can only imagine that this is resin of some kind. Not resin, but yeah, resin, like a tree resin. And I think it may have some amber on the middle. But we'll do that another time. Now there's a proper petrified wood. This one, Freckle Cat took to school for the kids to observe and weigh and everything else, but you can see the tree rings in there. I'm thinking about actually polishing this end off. And, yeah. So yeah, that's a solid piece of wood right there. I have magic hands. You ask about something and I I already have it ready for you guys, and you didn't even know you were going to ask me the question. Neither did yeah. Let's see what's next. Who's next? Anybody else got a question? Or would like to see a certain type of material? Right now we're working on this Chiba Variscite. Really nice stuff. I like this. I am told that they are not mining this anymore. They found it, and I think they've been saving the claim to mine it at another time. But I'd love to see some more of this come out. Ooh, lapis. I have it, but it's inside. I do have it. We did some really nice pieces. Actually, if you go into my shorts page, I have some really nice lapis. Actually, that I got from the same guy. I tell you, we did that estate sale. It's got to be 4 or 5 years ago, and he was a local professor, and so he's actually an entomologist. His name was Dr. Woodruff. You can look him up. He actually was in the Lapidary magazine, the official Lapidary magazine, with an article back in the 80s, I think it was, about Larimar. So he's really an entomologist. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I have some amber that I did get from Dr. Woodruff as well. So I'm sure your friend would know that the Dominican Republic amber is actually a blue amber, and has some really gorgeous tones to it. But I have not cut it as such myself. I don't know why. I think I'm afraid of getting it too hot. Hi Lena, how are you? Thank you for being here. Now, do you have a channel, Lena, or do you just cut as a hobby, or do you do jewelry full time? Because we love to spread the word. And not just on this channel, I love to spread the word about other channels and other people in other people's chat. We have some amazing people in this community, the rock hounding, the lapidarists, but also the jewelry and silversmith makers, and then a lot of the resellers. They're just super kind people. Kind of like Aliona, who just gave us a $20 super chat. That's fabulous. Oh my goodness. We have 8 likes to go. Even if you don't come back and like again, if I could get like 8 more likes, that would be fantastic. We would have hit 200. I don't think I've ever hit 200. So, this is coming out super nice. So working and chatting, that's what we're up to. Can you feel a little bit? Where is it? Right there. Can you see that? A little bit. So it's actually the little crack that I talked about earlier that I thought it healed up. And I'm going to try and bring that in just a little bit more. I want it to be as smooth as possible. And it's gone already, so I just didn't want that to be patchy. So yeah, didn't want that to be catchy. But yes, like I was telling Aliona, then I do have to make a trip up that one day. I have family up that way, and it's a beautiful part of the country. And then Miss Freckle Cat would like to go. We have the redwoods on our bucket list. Sequoias, and yeah, so that's gonna have to be a summer trip sometime. And there's just so many people on YouTube that are from up that way in the northwest, and they all seem to be super kind, and they all love their rock pounding, jewelry making. What? You're insane. Thank you so much. Please thumb up. Thank you, Aliana. Wow, thank you so much. Well, come Sunday, and I'm not sure if I'm coming on at 2 or at 6, I am going to be doing a reward to the subscribers. Not quite, Ryan. You're a little early. I came on a day late, Ryan. But yes, I will be doing a reward for subscribers on Sunday, and we may also do another different giveaway. But I have a couple of pieces. I have a piece of sort of old school, old stock Sleeping Beauty. It is not. It is blue with some old matrix in it, but it's solid. Like, it's like glass. It really is. And I know the ladies that I got it from got it probably 20 to 30, maybe even 30 to 40 years ago, they said. So I'm going to give a piece of that away. And I don't know what else I'll give away. But that will definitely go towards it. Wow. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Looking good. Move on. Last one. And then we go on to the cushion cut. And then, Ryan, we'll go on to the Zan. Cerium today. I've got 2 pieces of Variscite and well, yeah, I got 2 pieces of Variscite, 2 pieces of turquoise that we did. So it's pretty easy to do when I've had the amazing support that I've had from everybody in the community. It really is just, I don't know how to explain it. I'm chuffed by it, basically. Not expected at all. This time last year, I was barely over 100 subscribers. And I guess through all I've done is be consistent with when I'm going live and when I'm uploading, and then just being me, I think. So I don't have to put on a facade. I don't have to put on a special voice. I don't have to do anything extra. I just am being me and showing you guys what I'm doing, which I'd be doing anyway, and you all seem to enjoy it, which is fantastic. I get messages from people all over the world. It's really amazing. And just to put it out there, if anybody is ever interested in piece that I put up or I cut, it is the same as my YouTube name, but it's going to be sir.rocksalot@outlook.com. So sir period or dot or whatever you'd like to call it. So sir.rocksalot@outlook.com. Yeah, because I see so many people that have to put on sort of them not being them, whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have to explain it who it gets to. I get to be me. And you guys get to see Toby and Miss Frecklecat from time to time. And I'm just really, really happy to share it. So, thank you. Alright, we're almost done with this one. Let's turn the back a little bit more. It does have that little crevice in there. Oh my wowie. I hit 200 likes. That's insane. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a great live. Maybe I should come on later in the week. I don't know. Normally I come on a Thursday, but Friday's been really, really exciting. So, wow. That's a wonderful, wonderful live. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Alright. If you haven't seen this one yet, this one is going to be my favorite. This is the Egyptian turquoise. Ready? Bang, look at that. So, I don't know, do we have the other piece here? The other piece? Yeah. So it started off looking like this. Hey Lena, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Aliona and Lena. You guys are fabulous. Thank you so much for joining in. Look at that. So that's kind of how it started, same material. And we got that out of it. And how does that happen? Who do we have? Hey Sean, how you doing? Yeah, this one's fantastic. I don't know why I'm saying fantastic so much today. Where you at, Sean? So we got Aliona and Lena up in Oregon. One's in Seattle, one in Portland. And appreciate them being in the channel. And then we got Sean all the way down to South Florida. So we are stretching across the country. Get the back real quick. This piece is beautiful. Yeah, Lena, this one's really nice. This one is special. If I finish it off correctly. And it's taking up a little bit of the sharpness up that edge. And Lena might know by setting something that you have too sharp of an edge, you can chip out a little bit. And I'm just going to do that bottom little edge, take that off. not too sharp. Sharp edges and bending silver or gold or whatever it is you're trying to set with don't go together very well. So now I'm just going to start in the middle and bring it out to that edge. And hopefully I'm doing this pretty evenly so I can keep a nice cushion cut shape. And we're going to do a little bit of wiggle waggle. So I can get the top of that dome while keeping it a dome. Hi everybody. Hey, that opal guy's in. Sapphire, welcome in. Oh, is it Shauna? I'm sorry, Shauna. It's either Shauna Brown or Sean A. Brown. Let's move this over. That opal guy also has a wonderful channel. If you don't know his channel, he is the Dremel King. One of. I think it has to go between him and Roy's Rocks. How did I see you have that opal guy? You had an unboxing of some beautiful quartz pieces that came in from Quartz Points. I love the photography that you did on it. Pulling it from the middle again, just doing exactly what I did on that last wheel. Yeah, it is. Plus, I especially rhyme with my eyes. Now, my eyes aren't too bad. They are not the greatest, though. Not too bad, but not the greatest. If I'm doing some tiny work, whether it's some really tiny opal or looking at some silver work, then I definitely need a little help with a jeweler's light. Alright, I think we're almost done on this. I'm on the 3000 grit here, and then we are over to the van, and we'll take a little walk over there. I'm only going to do 3 of the 4 stones because one is a little bit pretty. Look at this. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Pretty happy with my square. I will measure it out with the calibrator after. I think I got my corners pretty square. I think my girdle is pretty much the same height all the way around. See how they join from one to the next. The corners are still nice and pointy, but they are just slightly rolled so as to not be too sharp and chip out. I am happy. Alright, let's go over to this other one. Off with that. Let's have a look here. Try these off a little bit. We got 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. I lost one. What did I lose? That one. Oh, there it is. It's just not as shiny as the other ones. So, if you want to hold on, we're going to go over to the Zan. And here we go. Holy moly. Whoa, 210 thumbs up. That's fabulous. Hold on one second. I'm taking a quick walk. And not much of a walk. It is dark though. And let's see if I set this up okay. Come on down. Come on. We have a squeaker. There we go. We are there. So this is my ZAM machine. It's only at 1750 RPM or 1800 RPM. Probably needs to be a little quicker. I do have a new motor inside, which goes from 2000 to 3400. And I did take Monday off. Maybe I'll finally get it fixed up with the new buffing wheels on there, the extra speed, and hopefully that'll help out with some of the polishing. So let's start with this. Let's start with the Chilean. So this is what I'm putting on this buffing wheel, is ZAM. It's chromium aluminum oxide. And hey, Ali, welcome in. And yeah, it's a bit of a wax, so I don't want to put too much on there because I don't like it to get stuck in the little crevices. So this is the little wonky one we did. We kept it wonky on purpose. I may reback it. I may turn it into a gorgeous oval on that side. I left my options open. So let's turn on the wheel. To me, this is an amazing sound. This means I'm close to the end of the live, which actually I don't like ending the lives, especially with 186 people in here. So, but then I also have family and pets, and I also need to eat and have to get ready for the rock show tomorrow. So the first thing I do usually on a ZAM, thank you for all those hearts. I'm assuming that's that Opal guy doing that, but I don't know that. Hey Jay, how you doing? And it works on the Amberlina? That's really good to know. So the 3 polishing compounds, I've only really used 2. So let's have a look. That's coming out fabulous. Look at the cross in the light right there. That's lovely. Doing pretty good, Jay. Doing really good. Had a really good live. Wonderful people in the chat, new people in the chat, generous people in the chat. Aliona right there, and Lena up in the northwest. We got Shauna down in South Florida. We got Star Winter over in England. I mean, we're all over. We got people out in the Middle East. We got people in Asia, and yeah, I mean, it's been a fantastic life. So thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Yeah, I tend to tap that to Star. I don't know how I get the amusement out of it, but floating balloons with smiley faces and hearts, I don't know, I find it kind of amusing. So Lena, I haven't done, the 3 compounds I mostly use are cerium and the ZAM. The cerium I mostly use on, let's have a quick peek, because that's just fantastic. Look at that. That is amazing. Let's do that. So, yeah, the cerium I use mostly on opal. So I do opal. I have quite a bit of opal to cut with you guys in the future. We did an amazing blue, purple, black opal, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? It came out, it's just amazing. About a 2.5 carat opal that we did. Maybe one of the best opals I've ever cut. So we did that live. That was amazing. So I use cerium on that. I use it on petrified wood, agates, jaspers, especially the hard waxy jaspers. All right, that's lovely. Let's do I'm afraid to do this, and I shouldn't do it. And if Fem's still watching, she's not gonna be happy with me. But you see how gritty that is in there? We're gonna do it as a test, because I can always rub it down. But I'm gonna do it real quick. Let's see how we did. So it did not get caught up in there. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so actually I'm amazed, but the wax did not get caught up in there. And I didn't charge it with too much, so we're going to do the front, which is probably the silliest thing I've done all night. Oh goodness, not bad. Do the edges. So the thing I'm afraid of with this one is getting the ZAM caught up in the matrix, because the matrix is so gritty. And once the wax gets down in there, if the crevice is too big or the matrix is too deep, I'll never get it out without cutting half the stone away. The only way I would think of, and it kind of pertains to some of the work I do during the week, I have seen people take geodes, and what they do cut them with, and they kind of cut them in the stores with this stuff too, is a pipe breaker. So like the old-fashioned clay pipe breakers have a huge chain on them, like a bicycle chain, but they have these little discs in between each segment of the chain. And if you can figure out how to find a big clay pipe cutter, that may help you with the geode. Alright, so this actually, I wasn't going to do it, but we did it, and it turned out really nice. So, angel wing, pretty nice stuff. Yeah, and I think that's what scares me, Lena. So good on you for being able to work with amber. I have some. I should get to it. I'm a little afraid of it in that I'm afraid of having my wheels too quick, and heating up the resin, because it is a resin, and heating it up to the melting point and ruining it completely. So let's do this one. I'm very happy with this one. This is the Chiba. So it already has the opening around that chert right there. So that's already there. It's not something we're going to add to. And this one already has a polish in. I haven't even put it on this wheel yet. So that's fabulous. Look at that. That's so nice. Let's get the front on this one. This one's going to be really good. So this is going to be my Turquoise Variscite piece. It is a Chiba Variscite from the same area as the angel wing. Really, that's a beautiful area of Florida, Sean. I went on the Peace River, 20-something years ago. And actually we canoed. So as a relationship advice or a suggestion, I suggest that you should, as a couple, go to somewhere like the Peace River when you get into the trees and the mangroves on a double canoe, a two-person canoe, and try navigating through the roots and the trees and the mangroves and if you can make it through there and you still love each other, then it's a really good sign to get married. See, now they're coming to get me for giving advice again. Alright, let's have a look. This is lovely. It's like almost like an emoji. Very cool piece. Chiba, very happy with it. Oh, it's a little chippy right there. I might have to do that edge right there. So I'm going to have to redo that edge right there. And that's okay, because I'd rather see that now than have to deal with it later. So it might have to come in a little bit. But super, super nice piece. And then my favorite piece of the night. Hardly even needs a polish. Wow. Yeah, Peace River's gorgeous. What's the other one down that way? I think it's in the National Forest. The Rainbow River. Another beautiful river. So we're just doing the back for a quick test. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm going to do the edges. So this was the Egyptian turquoise. I only got 2 pieces of this. This stuff disappeared really quickly. And I can see why now, and I'm really glad I got the 2 pieces that I did. Alright, let's do the face. Hi, Jody. So Aliona, Lena, please meet Joni. Actually, everybody in the chat, please meet Joni. She's one of the nicest ladies on the planet. And she has a reseller channel. And she also takes us out on a few walks into a local area and takes us into some of the antique shops and stuff. So, yeah, go over to her channel and give her some love. Hey, Candy, how you doing? Cabana, welcome in. All right, here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. That is one of the nicest pieces I've cut in a long time. I mean, I love them all, I do. But for me, to get a really nice cushion cut, all by hand, I didn't measure any of it. We all did it live. I kind of talked about why we chose the directions that we took when we took that down from being a rough piece. And that's just stunning. That's a winner right there. That's gorgeous. And that was the Egyptian piece. So let's turn that off for a second. Well, that was some fun. Really enjoyed that. We've got turquoise on the outside, variscites in the middle, and let's have a look. Really pretty. Let's bring you down a little bit so I don't drop them all on the floor. But yeah, it's a really nice piece of Chilean. Thank you, Candy. That's very kind of you. Then we got the angel wing. The green's in that one. Um, turquoise mines, there's plenty out there. They're just mostly owned by all the same people. So they can kind of decide what they're going to let out and what they're not going to let out, what they're going to keep in their stocks for a later date. I love the face in this and the shape of this. So very happy with that. That is a Chiba. Also from the same area as the Angel Wing. I believe Tonopah in Nevada. And this is just a piece of Egyptian, which is just... It's just gorgeous. Really, really nice piece, that one. That's a little haunting, isn't it? All right. Thank you all so much. You've all been very kind. Lena, very nice to meet you. Haliona, you are extremely generous. Thank you. And very kind. And I appreciate you saying hi in the chat. And I hope you guys have some fun. I know springtime's coming up there, so get out to some of the rivers, do some rock hounding on the beaches. And Ryan, thank you for popping in. That Opal guy, thank you. All the people that have been in the chat, thank you so much for tonight. Star Winter, you're amazing. One of our lovely ladies from the UK. And she's been taking us into some concerts and showing us some the local wildlife out there in the north of England. So thank you, Candy. And yeah, come back and join us. Jody, thank you. We will be back on Sunday. Like I said, my father-in-law called us while we were live. I assume it's probably to invite me to the basketball game. If I missed anybody in here, thank you for the gems. But I will be live Sunday either at 2 or at 6 p.m. And I might go a surprise live on Monday. I took the day off. I shouldn't really be working, but it's fun. And I enjoy doing this with you guys. So, hey, Gabbana. Thank you. All have a wonderful weekend. I hope I have a good time at the rock show tomorrow. If I have the ability to, and we're not in the middle of the boonies, then maybe I'll be able to do some live from the rock show too. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, take care of each other. And most of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Love you guys. Thank you so much. You're all so kind. Aliona, you're a champ.